Hello, welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese dramaland in the past week. This week we don't have that much news, so I can make a short video, which is nice, but there are that many ongoing dramas I have to watch every day, 5 dramas, adding them together at least 10 episodes per day, sometimes more than that, and my brain is literally exploding. Without further ado, let's just get the news done so that I can go back to watch that many episodes of dramas today. This week, we've had multiple dramas going live as planned, and on the 3rd, we've had the 风过留痕, the police case-breaking drama, going live as planned because it's based on a real forensic policeman's work in terms of the details of how they do trace analysis, how they find the tiny differences between things, and that determines how they lock down the suspects. All that kind of feels truly a little bit more specific than most of the dramas you would see in Chinese crime dramas, and that's helped by people who have real working experience in the profession, knowing the tiny details really matter. Whereas if you don't work in this profession, it's unlikely that you can ever imagine those details. So those parts are, I'd say, making sense and quite interesting to look at. As a kind of detective drama, there's nothing like super new or unheard of or really well written that's impressive that you haven't seen before. I don't think this drama is gonna stand out too much among the existing detective dramas in Chinese dramaland, but it's watchable. Then on the 5th, we have the 唐宫奇案轻雾风鸣 Unveil Jadewind drama going live on Youku. That's a period drama led by Wang Xingyue and Bai Lu. It's about a princess who also works at the nation's kind of detective organization that they made up for this drama as a leading investigator due to what has happened in her childhood. So this would be a main character who has a big secret in her past that she doesn't even know, right? What is really the ins and out of it. And so the whole story will be her investigating many cases that happens in the capital with our male lead character who's an official in the court. At the same time, trying to figure out what really happened to her family when she was young. Like that's very typical kind of structure of the story. I've watched the first 3 episodes that aired yesterday. Again, it's a watchable drama. Nothing super offensive or bad or like poorly made. It's actually quite well made and kind of looks expensive. But if you want to say, is it like anything? Wow, you cannot miss it, right? If you miss the drama, you're gonna miss a lot. Not really. It's another watchable, but probably wouldn't impress you too much period drama. And obviously, if you are a fan of either of the leads, I'd say so far it's pretty safe to go into this drama. Then today, on the 6th, as I'm filming it on Friday, you should have iQIYI airing the period idol kind of comedy drama 成何体统, How Dare You, which is led by Wang Churan and Cheng Lei. And this is a drama about 2 contemporary people who ended up in the book. And somehow they have to perform their character to the NPCs in the book. At the same time, trying to figure out how do we get back to our normal life. And they ended up being like a emperor or king and their concubine or whatever. And it's just like high comedy, being ridiculous. I haven't had time to check it out before I sat down filming this video, but I will do it today. And if it's fun, I will definitely give it priority among the 5 dramas I'm watching right now. I want a happy sort of like burdenless entertainment drama because the last time I had it was summer last year and it's been more than half a year. Kind of overdue. These are the ongoing dramas. Then let's talk about a couple of other productions at different stages. First, during this week, a very I've been waiting for forever drama has just wrapped shooting. And that would be the medical drama 问心 The Heart. Second, maybe similar time as they aired the first season, which was 2023 October. I remember very clearly because I was traveling, so I was watching the beginning of the drama in the hotel. That's why I remember it very clearly. Since they just wrapped, and this is February 2026, it's very reasonable to have a little bit more than half a year post-production for contemporary drama, and then censorship and all that, so it may go live the second season at the same month time as the first season. So later half of this year, you may be able to get to see it. And it's still the same cast, Jin Shijia, Zhao Youting, Mao Xiaotong, Chen Chong. And then this time they add Zhang Jianing, Huang Jue into the drama as 2 new doctors. I cannot wait for this drama to go live this year. It's one of the most looked forward drama for me of 2026 in contemporary drama category. Then we have a Tencent fantasy idol period drama that has recently just changed its name again, like every other dramas in Chinese dramaland. So this is a 40 episodes, Di Li Re Ba and Chen Feiyu led drama Love Beyond the Grave. I think the English title is the same. Previously, it was 木须辞. Now they've changed it back to its original title, 白日提灯, literally means holding the lantern during the day. Like I said, we should make a drama about changing names. And then we have multiple dramas that have gotten their license and can air anytime. First, there's the second series of 闪耀如他 that's led by Wang Yang and Qin Lan, Stand or Fall. I know the first one aired, I watched a little bit and then I didn't continue and I kind of forgot about its existence completely somehow. So when I look at this, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a second series they filmed. I actually remember, but somehow don't remember at the same time. Anyway, interestingly enough, that's how it works on my brain, but this drama's second series is ready to air. It has gotten through all the things it needs and it's gonna be aired on Tencent when it happens. And it's 32 episodes. Then we have a drama that was actually finished production back in 2022. This is a 35 episodes contemporary drama from Youku, and when it airs, it also would air on CCTV. The drama is called 旷野之境 Brave New World, and it is led by Luo Jin, Xiao Yang, Zhang Huiwen. It is a contemporary drama that's anti-fraud, and it's quite interesting why it took over 4 years for it to go through its post-production and censorship process, but finally it's ready. And frankly speaking, because it's been that long, if I ever heard about it back then, I definitely have completely forgotten about it. Then we have a drama during this week that has announced it is properly in production now, so they've just started it. This is a Youku contemporary police detective drama that is called 登场, and it is led by Wang Qianyuan, Tong Dawei, Peng Guanyin. I think they're like a team of policemen. And then look at the poster. They're definitely doing their best trying to make everybody look just as important as the other person. For Youku to make a police drama like that, I wonder whether they're trying to see if we can make another 白夜追凶. You know, the Pan Yueming drama, or the brothers, the twins, because that's the most successful police drama IP Youku has ever produced. It really was only the first season that made it big. The second season took a long time to make and then air, and when it aired, it wasn't really that well received in comparison to the first one. Most people are very disappointed in the second season. Now they've got another sort of combination of 3 male actors of mid-age and trying to do like a very cool looking police drama. Maybe they're trying to see if they can make it happen again. For Youku, you never know, because Youku's personality, if every platform in Chinese dramaland has a personality, Youku's constantly always happening kind of fate and its chart is it never knows what it has in its own hands. It's always the dramas they bet heavy on, never goes anywhere, and it's always the drama they don't pay attention to, actually gets popular. And it's been very stable over the last how many years. It always works like that. Not that I want to jinx this production, but when I saw that kind of like poster, I'm like, Youku, please actually leave this drama. Don't pay too much attention to it yourself. Maybe that way it would do better. These are the specific drama stuff that I've collected during the week. Really not that much. Also, this week, if we have to say what happens in entertainment, that is a little bit sort of eye-catching, which I think would be Weibo Night, the Weibo Night that invites all the celebrities and so that everyone has an opportunity to dress up again and look good. So there are a couple of really pretty dresses that has happened during this event, better than I thought it could be. For example, Wang Yuwen looks really good. I mean, she's starting to look super, super good, I think, at the end of last year to now. Somehow, maybe this is her getting popular and hot and fated period. She just keeps looking better and better. Overall, a pretty good actress. Overall, pretty funny person, grounded person. She just also happens to have a very baby kind of innocent face with absolutely killer figures as a professional dancer before she becomes like an actress. So looks good. Lu Yuxiao had a really interesting dress that makes her look like a goddess with a halo behind her, and that actually surprisingly looks really, really nice. And her photo, I mean, definitely like touched up, but out of this event looks great. She's one of those really unique actresses that you wouldn't say she's like stunningly beautiful, but somehow certain times, certain angles with certain styling, she can look actually really, really pretty. And then there's this actress but also dancer, Zhang Yifan, who isn't in that many works, but then she's known because she took part in talent shows, and also she's a professional dancer before she got into entertainment. I think she's a ballerina. She has this dress that's really impressively pretty with the thread that's hanging from the hat, and also there's this genius design of a pearl in the middle of the thread, so when she swings, it actually creates a very sharp corner of that line. So instead of it's just like flowing around like a hair, it actually has the geometric kind of quality, and it looks very interesting. Like I really can't think of when's the last time I saw something like that. And so, I mean, for the events in China, right, the nice thing is sometimes you can see really interesting clothings, if not anything. It's nothing big, but you know, it exists, and it's opportunity to get a couple of nice photos out of like pretty people. So that should be the end of this video. Thank you for watching Avenue X. If you want to hear me talk about the current on-air Chinese dramas and a bit rant about everything of our life in 2026, you can check out my Just Happened Thursday live stream. Please take care. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.